Okay.
They'll do 5. At 5, they're fine.
Well,
What this is saying is 58% of them that they tested would do 5.1 all-core, but they wouldn't do 5.2. And this is saying that 27% of these would go above 5.3.
So what that's telling us is they don't want people overclocking.
They're already overclocked as far as they're going.
So why do people still want to do it? Are they stuck?
People are stuck in this mind. Here's why.
I can overclock.
Let me help you out.
Is it because you're all the guys?
No. Here's why.
Why? Tell me.
Because the i7-920 in 2008 launched at 2.6 gigahertz.
Okay.
It runs perfectly fine without any temperature issues on a 120 millimeter $50 El Cheapo liquid cooler
Okay.
at 4.5.
And it launched at 2.6? Oh, no wonder why you all want to overclock.
My i7 2600K from 2011
Yes.
had a base speed of 3.3
Okay.
and a max single core turbo of 3.8
Okay.
on a 120 millimeter El Cheapo, not 240, not 360, 120 El Cheapo liquid cooler, $50 liquid cooler.
Okay.
It runs at 4.5 and it doesn't break a sweat. It's not even that hot.
That's not the case today.
Those are huge overclocks.
Massive.
What you're hearing today when everybody goes, I can't overclock. I want to overclock. Why aren't you overclocking? Why didn't you overclock that chip? You should overclock all your CPUs.
A whole mega 100.
To do what?
Exactly.
The i9 9900K stock out of the box runs at 4.7 on all 8-core 16 threads. If you turn on multi-core enhancement, it goes from 4.7 to 5.0. Whoop-de-frickin-do.
3 megahertz.
300 megahertz.
300.
That's 5%. In the real world, it's like a 1% difference. Now, here's the funny part. I do all my benchmarking at 5 gigahertz on that.
You do.
Do you know why? Because you can turn on multi-core enhancement, and it does it like that. It doesn't care. It's a trivial change. Anybody with one, I expect, would turn on multi-core enhancement.
Right.
On the Ryzen chips, a Ryzen 9 3900X runs at 4.2 in gaming stock out of the box without complaining.
Okay.
I can get it to 4.3 reliably with a little bit of added voltage.
100 megahertz?
4.4 requires stupid voltage. More than I would ever give the chip long term. There's no overclocking in that chip at all. 4.2 to 4.4 is a nothing burger.
No, it's a waste of time.
It is an utter, absolute, brutal waste of time. Now, the non-X chips are different. A Ryzen 3 3100 can absolutely have 400 megahertz, 500 megahertz added to it without an issue. Stock voltage, no big deal. A Ryzen 5 3600 can have about 100, 150 megahertz added, and it helps a bit. The real reason to buy the Ryzen 5 3600X isn't necessarily the higher clock speed, although it is about 200 megahertz faster. It comes with a better cooler. It comes with the Wraith Spire instead of the Wraith Stealth. The two Ryzen 3s have the same cooler.
Eric says we need to start an overclocking anonymous group. I think we do. Because so many people want to do it and they're getting like 100 megahertz. It's like, or 200 megahertz. It's like.
Somebody said their 7600K does 4.5. It might do 5. My 7700K will do 5 gigahertz on a 120 millimeter cooler. It's hot as hell, but it'll do it. Here's the thing. Who cares? My son has an i7 7700K.
Yep.
He runs stock, which is 4.2. If I set his chip to 5 gigahertz, do you think he'd notice?
No. Oh, he'd notice if it didn't work properly.
Yeah, but do you think he'd notice
No,
his games?
he
Has
notice.
a 1440p 60 hertz monitor.
Yeah.
5 gigahertz would do nothing for his machine.
No, nothing.
Except make a lot of heat,
Yep.
make more noise,
Yep.
consume a lot more power, and wear out the components faster.